So you pulled Saber, or maybe you're still staring at your empty wallet wondering if that golden sword was worth eating ramen for the next month? Either way, you're here because you want the king to hit harder than the realization that you just spent your grocery money on anime waifus. Saber's a wind destruction hypercarry who's basically what happens when you take a legendary hero and give them the world's most expensive ultimate. But don't worry, she's actually more manageable than your credit card debt. Let's talk about what makes Saber tick, starting with her basic attack called Invisible Air. It's exactly what it sounds like. You swing at air and somehow deal damage. It's fine. It exists, you'll barely use it except when you're out of skill points and questioning your life choices. But here's where it gets spicy. After she uses her ultimate, that basic attack becomes Release the Golden Scepter, and suddenly, it's actually worth using. It becomes this big flashy AoE that hits like a truck and gives you energy stacks. It's like your basic attack went to the gym and came back swole. Her skill is called Strike Air, and this is your bread and butter. It deals decent damage, but more importantly, it's your main way to manage her energy. When you have the right setup, you'll be letting off ultimates like there's no tomorrow. Now let's talk about her ultimate, Excalibur. This is the big kahuna, the whole reason you're here, everything Saber is known for. It costs more energy than any other ultimate in the game, and there's a good reason for it. The destruction it brings cannot even be described. We're talking about damage numbers that make other DPS characters cry into their pillows. It's expensive, it's flashy, and it's absolutely worth every penny you spent pulling for it. Her talent is called Dragon Reactor Core, and it's basically the engine that ties this all together. Every time anyone on your team uses their ultimate, Saber gets energy and a damage buff. It's like she's feeding off everyone else's big moments to fuel her own. Very protagonist energy, honestly. For traces, start with her ultimate, because that's where the magic happens. It's your biggest damage source and the whole reason you're here. Next, max her talent, because it's doing more work than a college student with 3 part-time jobs, managing all her energy and damage buffs. Then, upgrade her skill, because it's your main way to interact with her energy system. Finally, her basic attack can wait. I know it becomes fancy after ultimate, but you need to eat your vegetables first. For relics, you've got options like a character select screen. Scholar Lost in Erudition is your top tier choice for all that skill damage goodness. Wave Strider works great if you're running her in a hyper carry team where everyone's job is to make Saber look good. It's like having a personal hype squad, but for damage numbers. You can also mix and match with 2-piece combinations. Grab some attack sets, some wind damage sets, some crit sets. Basically, whatever keeps your damage from looking like a failed math equation. For planar ornaments, Glamif is your go-to because it gives attack and damage bonuses when you hit certain speed breakpoints. It's like a rewards program, but for going fast. Inert Salsa Auto works if you want to focus purely on that ultimate damage. Rutilant Arena is good if you need more crit rate and want to boost your basic attacks too. For main stats, your chest should be crit damage over crit rate depending on what your other gear is doing. Boots should be speed if you want to go fast, or attack if you want to hit harder. Your orb should be wind damage, but attack percent also works. And your rope should be attack because more attack equals bigger numbers, which equals bigger serotonin. For substats, hunt for crit rate, crit damage, attack, and speed. You know, the usual suspects that make numbers go brr. A Thankless Coronation is her signature weapon, and it's basically cheating. It gives her massive crit damage, attack after using ultimate, and even helps with energy management. On the Fall of an Aeon is your go-to free-to-play option from the Herta store. Great stats, solid passive, and makes you look like you know what you're doing, even if you're just pressing buttons and hoping for the best. Something irreplaceable works if you happen to have it. It's the Honda Civic of light cones, reliable, gets the job done, and won't embarrass you in public. A Trail of Bygone Blood from the Battle Pass is strong if you have it. It won't win any awards, but it won't let you down either. The Golden Standard is a hyper carry setup where everyone's job is to make Saber look amazing. You want Saber as your main character, Sunday as your premium buffer because Sunday makes everyone better at their job, Ho-Ho for healing and energy because she's basically a walking battery with fox ears, and then a flex slot for whatever support makes you feel good about your life choices. Sunday can be swapped for Bronya if you want more traditional buffing, Sparkle if you want comfort and skill points, or Harmony Trailblazer if you're on a budget but still want to feel included. For sustain, Ho-Ho's Queen, because she gives energy to everyone and keeps them alive. But Gallagher works if you're on a budget and need someone who can heal, while also looking like they need a drink. The flex slot can be Robin if you want your team to have a soundtrack, Pinyon if you want more energy and buffs, or Tribby if you can never get enough explosions appearing on your screen. Remember, the key is making sure everyone on your team uses their ultimates regularly so Saber can feed off their energy like some kind of beautiful energy vampire. The rotation is pretty straightforward. Use your team's ultimates to feed Saber energy, use her skill when you have the right setup, then unleash Excalibur and watch our enemies disappear. And that's how you build Saber, the king of kings. Whether you're pushing through endgame content or just want to watch big win numbers fill your screen, she's got the damage output to make your enemies regret existing. Now, go forth, and make them regret choosing our king as an enemy. May your Excalibur always crit, and your energy never run dry. This has been your Saber build guide, and remember, by following this guide, you too can be a Gacha king. Don't forget to follow me on X or watch me on Twitch or even Kick.